Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Becky from Windsor Creations. I just get my chair pulled in. Hope you're all doing well. And put my back cushion on so my back doesn't hurt. There we go. It's important to be sitting comfortably, I think, with these things. So it is today. Today is, what am I filming today? I'm filming Mindful Monday 12. And I'm hoping to get the start to finish finished. Can't guarantee it, but I'm certainly going to try and give it a go. I hope you're all okay and had a lovely weekend, and that you haven't got the Monday morning blues or afternoon or whatever. If it's a bit of a drag today, I hope this makes you feel better. So let's put that to one side. There we go. It's a bit of a slanty one, that. So, yep, there we go. Every time I look at that, I think it needs washing, which it does. So I have my little list, and yes. Also, while I've got my list out, I'd like to welcome, I think it's Sanne, S-A-N-N-E, a new subscriber. So lovely. I love new subscribers, obviously. Thank you so much for subscribing, and I really appreciate, this is going to be the cover. I really appreciate you coming along and subscribing. Right, before we do the cover, this is going to be the cover. I found this old, it's an old Pears Encyclopedia, 1974 and 1975. I believe this was my late mother's, but anyway, I've taken the insides out ready. It's nice and small, which is, it's the right height. It's going to stick out a bit, but I'm happy with that because I'm going to be putting some laces on the inside as well. And this is going to be the cover, I think, because don't ignore the red. It's not going to be red. I thought this looked lovely with these, doesn't it? It's embossed pleather. You know, it's not real leather, obviously. I wouldn't be using real leather, but yeah, it's embossed. It's sort of embossed with blues and golds, and I thought that went really well. I've used a purple version of this before, and it looks lovely. So that's what's going to be over that red cover. And I've got some papers here that I want to put on the inside, you know. So now quite often when I do that, I leave a border, but I'm not going to because it's red and I don't want a red border. So I'm going to try and get the papers right to the very top. And yeah, there'll be a lot of covering up to do with that red book, but it's the only one I could find the right size. And I know I could have cut one out of some board, but I didn't. I like to use my books when I can. Sorry, just pushing my back wedge down. So all we have to do with these now, they're all filled, all pretty much done, but we do have to go through, and we were putting those toppers on, weren't we, last time? And I decided not to rush it and that we'd finish off this time. I think that one wasn't going to have one. I'm most of the way through, I think. Of this one, I think it was, we had to start the next one. Just going through this to double check that what needs a topper has got one. Yep, that's got one. Yep, that one has one. Oh, I do like that page. And that one. And this is the one that flips out. So yes, we've done that. That's that one. Let's start this one. Let's see if we've done any of this one. I think we have. I popped this in here because I wanted to use it. So let's get our topper box out. This is all the stuff I use, as you've seen this many times, I think. I use to top my tags and things. Oh, and I got 3 new pink ones arrived the other day, but I don't think I'll be using the pink in this. So this box is full of these pegs. It's getting a bit full. There's my blue. And I've been using blue, that blue, and a bit of cream, I think. And we can use a bit of green. There's a nice dark green there as well, and a nice light green. So yeah, but I think I might have to have a I've got a big space on my pegboard up here. I might see if my son can make me something to put those in, because as I say, it's getting a bit, I can still shut it, but it is getting a bit full. Right, let's put something in here then. We'll use this bit. I remember putting this in here. I got this out of my scraps, didn't I? My material scraps. That's what we were using. So yes, and while I was looking for what to cover this with, I came across one of my slow stitch covers I made a long time ago. It's very small, but that's okay. Well, it's quite small anyway. That's okay, because I mentioned before I want to make this red journal for a friend of mine. I thought, well, we might as well do it online so you can see a smaller journal. And it won't be a kit like this one is or anything like that. What's in there? A journal card, that's okay. It'll just be like some of my others, my eclectic one, just stuff I've got to hand. I do usually do one kit a month, which is usually a Pink Monarchs kit, but the rest are all just generic stuff I've found in places, because I subscribe to Pink Monarch prints. So I'm just going to do that as a butterfly wing one. There we go. Right, let me just see if I've got any more of that blue. I do like it. Where's my material scraps? There they are. Material scraps. Here we are. I like to use these up first before starting something new. And I don't think, apart from some more of this, which is here, that's quite thick, so that could be just for stapling on. And there's another thick piece there. But I think the rest, we decided, see, I'll undo that and save that bit of red velvet for the red one. Though I won't put it on a tag because we discovered they're too bulky. Yeah, there's not much really left. There's no greens and very few. There's a bit of blue lace there. That could be used, couldn't it? And there's a bit of velvet here, but I'm not sure how I would use that. That's really a page end, that. So obviously when there's two here, I obviously cut, can you see, and didn't use. There's another piece I've cut and not used. So I don't think, there's this little bit of green velvet. Oh, that's got glue on. This used to be a bow, obviously. I need to get the glue off that, but no. It's a bit Christmassy, that colour. So I think that's about it as far as the what they're called, material scraps are concerned. So it will be those bits and this. So let's get going. Let's sort this out. Oh, I've got one little thing there. I think I might be doing another. Yes, there's another one there I'd like to do as well. I don't just want one thing sticking out. Is there anything on here that could have a tab? So we've got a tab on both. I don't think there is really. I've got any side ones that could do a tab? Just that it's nice to, you know, have coherence. No. No, there isn't. So that's why that one hasn't got a tab. Never mind. I do like the way this journal has come out. I really do. Now, shall I put one on here? Let's pop one on here. Let's put a eyelet. I was getting there. That's the right size. There we go. Eyelets are not in there. Where have I moved my eyelets to? There. I know why, because they were falling around on top of the glue. Right, I bought some new ones, I remember. Right. What have I used in the past? Silver. So let's stick with the silver then. Come out. There we go. Leave that because there's a possibility. I'm just going to shut the door though because it'll hit me on the head. Possibility we might have another one to do. So let's get you through this material. Whoops, got it on the nail. You might see in there, I've got little ones, because I wanted to use some little ones. And that machine's supposed to do little ones, but I can't get it to work very well, so I'm not sure how to do that. So if you know how to get your big crocodile, let's get a dangle. Dangles are in this one. Dangly dangles. Let me know. And we can have the same colour. We can have this neutral colour. Actually, most of the beads are fairly neutral. It's a nice bright blue one. Oh, okay. I think we went through this before and we couldn't find much that went well with this journal, so I think I decided to go with these beads, didn't I? Goes well with the cover, so we'll get this one out, I think. And I'll get them out again We need to put those back for now, out the way. Oh, I've still got one out. I bet you're telling me you've left one. You've left one. That's fairly neutral, that one, but I'll put it back in. Right, let's pop you on here. I think I need a ball pin. A ball pin, whatever you want to call them. They're in the same box. They're in here. I'm looking behind me, and they're in here. Oh, I've nearly run out of silver ones. I think I said this last time. I was very surprised I'd nearly run out of silver ones. These are my rings, you know, for when you need a thing. And these are thingy clamp, those sort, you know. They've got a name. I can't remember it. And they're tiny little ones. And what have I got in here? Oh, I've got gold ball pins. This is in this little container because they were a gift for Christmas. I had a lovely, put that there, those are there. Lovely, what do you call it? It was an advent calendar, but it had lots of boxes. My dear friend Glenys, every box she put something really cool inside. And that's where those little pins were. They were inside there. I thought it was such a lovely idea. I got that gold ink I was using the other day in there as well. I got lots of diddy little things that you wouldn't probably think, I'll go out and buy that. But I'm finding very useful. There we go. It's another one. Right. Are we having a pull on this? It isn't that easy to get out, I grant you. But there's a little one there as well. There's plenty of space to open it, so I think I'll leave it. Right, we have some tags here. Let's put some toppers on those. As they haven't got holes, we will put, we'll staple them. I found my mini stapler as well, which was quite good. I think I put the pale one on there and the darker one on here. Let's do that across there. And shall we leave it this thick? Well, it is a bit too thick for it, really. I just want a little bit off. I don't know if I can get a little bit off. Oops, not that small. I can't anyway. I have to cut it bigger than that. See if I can pull this off. Nope, need a bit more. Might have to cut this all the way down. I don't know. Oh, yeah, it's not gonna. Right, we'll cut it and then we'll fray it. These are not material scissors, so they won't cut. But I don't want it perfectly neat and tidy. I want it a bit frayed. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll see. Yeah, that works. Yeah, there we go. I just wanted it a little bit thinner, that was all. Yes, that's nice. Let's turn you that way. I prefer you that way. So I'm going to get my little stapler out, if I can remember where I put it when I brought it in, and staple it with my little one. Just because it's a bit easier with my little one. Let's do that and that. Staple you on there. I have done in the past, put something over that, but I don't feel the need for this one. And this one can have this one. That made a lot of sense, didn't it? Also, I find frequently, if you staple them, right, I'm going to use the big one for that because it's much wider. They often lie much flatter than obviously the knotted ones. Let's put those in. Oh, I haven't rounded the bottoms of those. Have I have inked. Yeah, I have inked them, haven't I? Actually, I don't think I have inked these. While we're going through and doing bits and bobs like this, let's get this done, eh? It doesn't look like, I've just got some frayed burlap just here. Look, let's go around that. That's what these finishing touches are all about. It looks inked because that's the style of tag, but it's not actually been done. There we go. There's one. Yeah. You can just see the white from where I've backed it. There we go. Oh, I got my coffee on my table. As always drinking coffee when I do this. So, there we go. Yep, that's not a pocket, is it? No. Oops. Ah, that's one of them. We don't need anything there. Ah, you have another little tab. Let's do this one then. Have I got another one? No, that's good. 3 is a nice number to have. Right. I know there's numbers on there, but I can get in the corner there. Right, have I got any? I've got 1 silver ball pin left, so make a note to get some more of those. I might have some in my junk basket. This is my junk basket. I don't know if you've ever seen my junk basket, but this is my junk basket where I keep bits and bobs. No, there isn't any even in there, look. Nope. I don't know why there's these bits of paper in there. Every now and then I go through it, but I just pop in bits in there that I've been given or I find on the floor. You know, oh, I'll keep that, you know. Things like that. Where's my... This I don't leave on the desk because it's so big. I'm trying to push that in a bit. Right, hole. Let's put a hole at the bottom there. Well, it's actually the top, but I almost then put a hole in the actual card. That would have been daft, wouldn't it? What did I do with my... Here it is. Sorry if you get my head when I do that. It's just, I have to put a lot of pressure on it. And then, did I get another bead out or did I just get the one out? All right, I just got the one out. I did put them away, didn't I? Right, I can put everything, all those bits away now because I'm not doing any more. Let's have a different one altogether. Let's have that one. I have no idea where these came from. I got given them. I don't know how or when. I certainly didn't buy them. But I don't get Happy Mail as it happens, so it wasn't from Happy Mail. That much I do know. I don't mind Happy Mail, but I've never actually had any, so it wasn't there. It's probably one of my little gifts I've been given at some point. I do have a friend who's very kind. Right, that's that done. I'm going to do those, but I'm putting those away first, so they're not in my way while I'm working. There we go. Lots of that one needs one. That one needs one. We'll put one in these two as well. And we'll do those two in a minute. Let's move you over. Oh, did I take a note of the time? Probably not, knowing me. Right, 18 minutes. That is 10:02. Let me just write down my time. You're very low today. I hope you're not too close. Oh no, that's about right. Yep, sorry. The fact the camera's only literally level with my head virtually, but it looks fine from that angle, so let me write down my time. Sorry, stopped halfway through working, haven't I? When do I stop? I stop at... there we go, I ripped my stop time down so I don't waffle on to the end of the ages. Let's get a couple more holes in these. This one's going to have a diddy hole, just a 1/8, an 1/8. Let's just get that in the middle. I usually do these with my little ones so I can see where they're going. But I couldn't see the point of getting it out when I got this one out. There, they're pretty much in the middle. Here we go. Let's get some of these threads, I think. We'll use this on a couple of these. 1, 2, 1, 2. Should we use something else? Oh, that's pink. I could have sworn I had a cream one of those. Do I have a cream one? I've got this cream anyway. Creamy bit. Oh, yes, I do. There's a cream one. Just so they're not all exactly the same, that's all. That is all. I'm very extravagant with it, as you can see. I do just whip it in there and cut some off. Now these definitely have to be tied twice because so many of these, this is pure silk and so many of them just slide straight off. So I have learnt that you must put a double knot in it. What other one shall we have with that? Shall we have this little one here? No, let's have this one here. I have no idea where these went. They went in that pocket, but how? Well, we'll decide, won't we? We'll decide when we put them back. Thing is, you have to cut enough off to be able to do this, but then they end up being too long. I was a very extravagant then, though, wasn't I? And these two can have this. We'll do cut ones. We'll do knotted ones again. Do knotted ones. There we go. Here we are. I love the little glint of sparkle in this one. So yeah, when I was, as I say, this is going to be fun. Going through my materials, I have a box over there with journal size material in it, which is a bit ominous because journals can be so many different sizes, can't they? I'm just going to use a pin to push that through. I have a little pin cushion that hangs on my pegboard. I think I might need, no, that didn't work, did it? Pulled it straight out. Let's try my tweezers. Let's try tweezers. It might be a bit easier. Pop you in there. Grab hold of you. And pull you. Grab hold of you. Put you in too far, didn't I? There we go. There we are. There we are. So anyway, as I was saying, I went through this box of my journal cover stuff, which is actually where I got that roll from. And I found this. This has nothing to do with this journal. I'm just going off on a tangent here. I found this slow stitch thing I've made. They're there because I want to put them on when I finish making it. I'm not sure where I'm going to put them, but it had this beautiful button on. And I'm going to see if I've got any more, but this is red, fairly red, isn't it? Definitely say red is the dominant colour. And I slow stitched these bits on. And I'm assuming the book would come to about there and you'd have these flappy bits. I could do some more work in here. But I thought I'm going to make the journal to fit this cover rather than the other way around like I normally make them, because I like this and I think she'll appreciate this. And this has been put on with canvas stitch, which I actually learnt from Rachel from Roxy Creations. That's why I was doing this. I was doing it alongside something she was doing. But yeah, oh gosh, it shows how long ago it was. It's got my dog hairs on it. Look. Not much in my house has dog hairs on anymore. Anyway, so that's going to be the cover. So I got it out so I can measure papers to it, you know, the width and everything. Of course, it's quite long and thin at the moment because I haven't left room yet. I don't know the size of the spine, do I? So that's why it's that sort of size. But it was designed for a smaller journal. I did think about I looked for it because I was thought about having one of my slow stitch projects for this, but the other slow stitch top I've done is all lace and it's pink and lacy. I didn't think pink lace would go with this. Well, lace would, but it's based on pink and this is quite devoid of pink, so these are tucks, aren't they? Don't think I'm going to bother with that one. Let's put something different on here. We could put this on here. Oh, that looks nice with that butterfly, doesn't it? So I'm going to pop you through there. I might tie you up, though. Sorry, you can't see if I lean back, can you? I tend to lean back when my back hurts. I'm sorry. Lean forward, lady. Lean forward, woman, so they can see what you're doing. I was watching another one of Thelma Hall's videos again this morning, just briefly, just while I was waiting for something to upload. She's so good at her organisation, isn't she? One day I will give you a tour of my my tiny little craft space, and you'll understand why I keep things tiny. I only have this space to work with. Well, I do have an extension table, but I can't reach it very well. It's all right for dumping things on, but I can't work on it. Right. These, let's put a tiny little hole in these. I'm going to use this time so I can, that's the big one. Don't want the big one, I want the little one. Come out, wherever you are. Sorry, I'm going to put a bit of clonking around while I find the, there it is. That drawer's a mess. This is the one without the, oh, it hasn't got a thing on the bottom to catch the bits. There we go. And this one. Oh, this hasn't got anything on there. I obviously decided to leave it because I liked the flowers. You don't have to embellish everything, single thing, you know. You do not. Right. What are we going to have on here? I think we will have, I've got a lot of stuff out here, haven't I? I think we will have, this is pretty, isn't it? Let's have a bit of this. I'll put this on one and then see if I can get it through. I know what I'll do. I'll put it on it. So have I got a big needle up here? I have. Is this one big enough, do you think? I can get this through. It might be a bit easier than the tweezers. That's all I'm thinking. Oh, look at that. I threaded that very easily. That's easier, isn't it? Than fighting with tweezers. That was very easy. So pop that through there. Put the pretty one on this one that hasn't got any embellishments. I hope you've enjoyed this start to finish. Just goes to show how much goes into one, doesn't it? All the little steps that maybe you wouldn't see otherwise. I won't be doing another one just yet because I do like, I need to work on them off camera as well. Otherwise they're here forever, you know, hanging around forever. Not there's any hurry. Like I've always said, there's no hurry. This is a bit easier to put through this, she says. With the length of my nails it might be, but they're a bit too long at the moment. There we go. I put varnish on them this morning for the video. Thought it'd make a nice change. Not going anywhere. Oh, I know it's not for material, but wow, it didn't like that, did it? Oh, there. There we go. What's that one? Hello. We've got two here. That one I'm going to staple because it hasn't got a hole and it's nice and large. This one, what should we put on these? I'm not sure. I might put a bit of this neutral one on here because I'm not sure that either of the blues are going to go really well. This is just some cream ribbon, but I just tore it down the middle and it then wound it on a bobbin, you know, on a peg. Can't remember. I think I got it from Timu actually. But what I do like about it is it cuts and shreds very easily, which is always quite nice. Actually, I might leave that one long. Make a nice change, won't it? Is there any reason why that one can't be long and stick out the top a bit? This one, maybe the dark blue for a change. Oh, I know, don't like that. That looks all right. Let's take a bit of this. Let's take a bit. Oh, that's too much. Oh, that's too much for that. Let's save that for something else. I'm going to put a hole in. I've decided it's not quite chunky enough for. Not happy with that. I wasn't. So I'm just going to put a hole in and put some of this on. Right then. There. Yeah, that is inked. I'm going to leave this one quite long as well. Turn it over. Oof, that doesn't need one. It's like a. I haven't inked that one either. Obviously, if I haven't noticed it's not been inked, it doesn't need it. But when you notice it, clearly it needs it, doesn't it? This is like a giant ticket, isn't it? Right, pop you away. And this one doesn't need doing because it's not a tag either. That's fine, that's been inked. Put you in the front hole. It's a double pocket, this. There's one in the front, one in the back. There we are. These I usually just leave, but I have got a little hole in this one, so yeah, we'll use this. The reason I use this a lot is I got a lot of it. Oh, let's do the it's got a tiny hole, so let's do that. Did I put the needle back, or did I leave it in here rolling around? Did it stay in the folds of the book? I don't remember taking it out. No, it didn't stay in the folds of the book. Right, hunt the needle now. Maybe I'll put it back. Yes, I did. Look, it's here. Well, that makes a change. Ow. So, what did you do all weekend? Anything fun? Or did you stay in your playrooms? Well, that's my son's called my art studio, my playroom. I don't think this is the same needle because this isn't going in very well. Oh, the other one went in easily, didn't it? I didn't think I had 2 needles up there. Anyway, let's try it a different way. Let's put that back so I know where it is. Let's try putting it there and hoofing it through with the tweezers. There we go. So, yeah, no, what did I do at the weekend? I really can't remember. It wasn't that long ago, was it? Although I do, like a lot of YouTubers, I obviously video in advance. You have to, unless it's live, you know. Sometimes I video quite a long way in advance and sometimes not so much. It varies. These are quite dark for this one, aren't they? So, oh, should we finish with that? Where's my, I'm going to use the big one. So I can see that one. Let's use some of this. This is again off a bobbin, off a roll of wool. You're not supposed to knit with this, but it's good stuff. There we go. I think I'll do the other one going the other way. And I've got all this stuff for basket making. It's like I think I might do this one this way. It's a bit like macrame wool, I guess, in a way, but it's not macrame wool. And I'm thinking of doing stuff. I'm not doing that anymore. I just don't have time to do the basket making. I made it for a craft store, which also I no longer do. So I'm going to dig that out, and then we'll have some different colours. And I'll definitely need some sort of container up there for them. So that's that one done. Let's put these away so they're not in our way while we're doing the... Oops. Any more? Oh, yes, 2 more. Yeah, it still closes. So while it's still closing, I don't mind keeping them in there. They're out of the way. You guys can all go back in the material thingy. There. This can all go in the bin. And then we will attack the cover, shall we? As I say, excuse me, I'm just going to have a slurp of my coffee. Got a new mug. It's absolutely gorgeous. I don't need those. Let's put them away. Put them away. Give ourselves some room. And let's sort of have a look. Look-see. Well, I think now we've got to decide first of all. This bit of paper I think is going to have to come out. It's not helping the situation at all, and we definitely need to reinforce this spine. So the question is, do we do a hidden spine or not? I know maybe all mine are hidden spines. But it would make a nice change not to do a hidden spine, wouldn't it? I suppose. No, I don't want to take that off. That's reinforcing the book. So let's get this. Let's glue that back down for starters. We don't want that coming up. That's obviously come off when I've been taking the centre bit out. I mean, I know it's an old book, but a vintage book. It's a violent colour. I know that much. Sorry, I'm not into cerise pink much. No. So let's get this covered, and this side's alright. I'm going to get rid of some more of this white. Well, sorry, white stuff. This white paper stuff. Let's do this side. Oh, I've actually made a cover with you on embellishing one. I don't know if I've made one from scratch with you before. I might have done. I can't remember. This is difficult. Just trying to get this as straight as possible. Not that it's going to be very straight, but you know, get all the loose bits off as I can. I frequently use cardboard rather than books because you don't have all this, but I'm trying to use up the books I've got, and I just not long got given a couple more. My son was sorting out his cupboard and he came across some school books, like things like this that you thought he might use at school or uni. And he's now 34, so it's a long time since he decided that he hasn't needed them for. So, right, we're going to reinforce this. Just deciding. If we do a hidden spine, it means I don't have to try and I have to go through this if I do an open spine. But if we do a hidden spine, I don't have to. And we can still cover it first if I do a hidden spine as well. So shall we cover the edges first? Yeah, I think I'll probably do I can cover them under there, and then I can put the hidden spine on top. The reinforcement on top. So let's start with that. And also, if I take these over the edges, and I put the front cover on, yeah, I know what I'm doing now. Now, have I got enough of this? Because I really, really like this piece of paper, and I'm being too stingy to go and print another one. But I have got some other paper here. Right, I want it from there to just over. Ooh, there's not really enough there to play with. Let's try this way. No, there's definitely not enough to play with. Sorry, lovely bit of paper, I can't use you. Right, we've got some more here. We've got this one. I'm definitely using that one. Do we use the back as green or blue? Oh, I don't want to use that at the back because that's the last one of those. So yes, let's use a green one. Let's use that one. That was a quick decision, wasn't it? So let's cover the back. Let's move you guys out the way for a minute. And let's cover the back here. We want it to go right over that because I don't want to be able to see any of this. We want it to go over the top as well, like this, because I want to hide this red bit. So I may not cut this down hardly at all, actually. I may just fold it so I know. I might use this cut piece that I just put away for the spine. Right, and I'll fold it. Can you see all right? Hold it up here as well. Oops, that's the, yeah. So let's cut these corners down so they're not so bulky. This way, isn't it? No. Sorry, I've lost how to. So I want that bit off. This is the bit I want to take off. So it's not quite so bulky. And this piece. Let's take you two bits off. And then we can put put you straight in the bin actually. Glue this on. Oops, the other way around. That's the inside. Get it right, woman. Get it right. That goes on the bottom. And so, gosh, I'm making a big right. Let's do it this way. Let's glue. Should we glue these on, and then we can glue the inside down? Will I be able to do that? No, I'll have to glue this on first. So let's glue the book first. Where's my, whoops. Let's use you. I'm going to glue this around the book first. Oh, we've got some bits here. Let's get you off. There we go. Nope, don't want Fabri-Tac on my fingers really. There we go. So I'm going to go along here, and I want it right to the edge. There we go. I devise new ways of doing books covers all the time. Now I have to say, one of my favourite ways. Just be careful. I don't want to have too much seeping through, really. Let's just see if that will come through. Just trying to see if there's a right and wrong way for this paper. I don't think there is. I haven't got it quite in the same place. It doesn't matter. I've still picked off a lot of the extra, haven't I? Yep, that's lovely. Let's put you down first. Now, I don't mind if this one shows through, as I say, it'll be covered with the other cover. And so will this. Sorry, can you see her right? This is heavy duty glue just for paper, but I do not want it to come off. Let's just make sure. I might put that in there. I've got a little spiky bit here that I can put that on. Oops, got it stuck to my finger, look. Oh, this pin and this glue. I will get round to using my new one. I just got to swap the tops over. And I'll use that one off camera. There we go. I have to put the lid straight back on that, otherwise you get like Niagara Falls happening over the top. Right. That's the back. That's a nice back, isn't it? Do the front. I'll meet you over there. You won't see this middle bit anyway, but I might as well make them join, mightn't I? So I think this, I just want to take those corners, bulk out the corners first. That's why I fold it. Where are my corners going to be? I think I'll see if I can cut it afterwards, because I moved the other one anyway, didn't I? So let's get the front of this on first. The back of this, you know, get this bit on, the big piece on first. We haven't got a pocket yet, have we, for the inside sleeve either. I always put a pocket on the inside sleeve because that's where I put my message from the bookkeeper in. I want to make sure it sticks there. Didn't come through last time, did it? So I am doing this very thin though. There we go. Put you on. I have got a brayer, but it's across the other side of the room in a box. So. Right, now we can cut the excess off, can't we? It just makes it seal. That one's coming up. Look, just makes it, usually makes it seal a bit better, you know. Let's get a bit more of this off, so we don't. I hope you can see. It's probably one of the reasons I don't do many covers on camera. It can be difficult to get everything in shot. Let's do you first. Pull you over there. Yep. See if you're sticking nicely. You are. I know a lot of people don't use 3-in-1, but other glues will work. I like 3-in-1 for jobs what I call really need to be stuck. I've tried various PVAs and tacky glues and stuff, and I've always gone back to this. So, I mean, I do have a tacky glue as a sort of last, you know, if I run out of this suddenly. But honestly, I very rarely do completely run out of it anyway. Oops, you're not supposed to be sticking out. You're supposed to be, oh, it's tucked under. There we go. Tuck you under as well. A bit better than the other side where it's popping up. I'll have to glue some more. There's one of that one I think is popping up a bit. Doo-doo-doo. Put it on. Preview. Probably wasn't a good time to do my nails, was it, when I was going to use 3-in-1? Don't know if you know this, but 3-in-1 takes your nail varnish off. But it needs to be used. That's more important. Getting this glued down is more important than them. You know, those I can redo. I don't want to have to redo this, so. Glue down. Oh, that one is. It's just at the very edge. Right. That's that done. I need you still. Let's put you away for a second while I do some cutting. I'm leaving you the other way up for the moment because it's misbehaving again, that glue is. Oh. Let's make sure this is really clean. There's something stuck on there. Well, that's the inside done. Yeah, I like that. We want to reinforce this bit and cover this bit next. So let's get a bit of cardboard from my little stash behind me. Oh, look at that. That's a good length, isn't it? Let me just have a look, see if I've got anything else cut. That's the same. Have I got anything smaller? Thinner, maybe? This is very, very thick. This is like 2 or 3 mil. I'm not sure I need something that thick, really. So we're going to end up... Are we having a hidden spine? If I use this... no, we don't need a... I thought it'd make a nice change not to have a hidden spine, if you know what I mean. We could put some beads or something on it, couldn't we? In which case, I think a piece of this... I wouldn't use this as a cover, it's too thin. But it's quite good for... this is a bit thicker still, I think. Or is it the same thickness? No, I think it's a bit... This has been cut into as well, so that might be better than that thin piece. It's getting the right thickness. Some are much thicker than others, and I've got a whole batch of them behind me, which is what I'm doing. I've also got a whole load of Amazon packaging behind me as well, so yeah, this is obviously off the back of something. Probably Amazon. So we want it to fit in there, don't we? I might measure this use this big one so we can, there we go. We want it to fit in there. You probably think, now I know why she doesn't do them online, because I'm not the fastest ones, but I do like things neat and tidy and done properly. So if I do 3.5 mil, which is, I don't know what that is in inches. Inches on the other side. Let me tell you what that is in inches. About just under 1.5. So if I do 3.5, it should fit in there. 3.5 should. This is why I don't get this down very often. It's a difficult thing to get down. And 3.5 by, just tuck you in a bit, 19.8, 19.8, which is 7 and, actually that might be easier, 7 3/4 inches. I'll do it in 7 3/4 inches. I do use both metric and imperial. When I went to school, it was during the changeover, so I can actually quite comfortably do both. I was very fortunate. Even our teachers were having a bit of a problem sometimes because metric had only just come in, and they were having to teach children metric. I think sometimes I thought, oh, why have they changed it, you know? I mean, metric is obviously very easy to work on. 7 3/4, that's how long I want it. And I need it 3.5 wide. But it just made, I was always quite good at maths at school, so I've picked it up very quickly. I found it very easy. And I can convert much more quickly than my lads, because they were only brought up, obviously, with metric. You say 2 inches, and they go, what? So, you know, I'm just going to use my T-ruler so I get that straight, because I didn't measure it both sides. Down there. And down there. I just want that little piece off at the top there. There we go. Now, am I going to be able to cut this, or am I going to have to use my knife? Oh no, I can cut it. Which is quite good, because I do have to stand up with my knife. Get enough pressure on it. It's not very interesting, I'm just cutting down a line. There's some more there, made a mistake. Oh, you slot in there nicely, don't you? Measured that well. Yeah, lovely. I like that. Let's cover it with, I should cover it with the same, but I'm going to cover it with this. Let's just cover you up. Glue that down there. Oops, let's get you straight. Glue you down there. And roll you over. That should do nicely. Yep, that does nicely. Do the top and the bottom. That'll be a nice Hope this isn't too laborious for you. Watch me, you know, faff about like this, but it needs to be done. If I'm going to put a, yeah. Let's do a little one of them. Anything to make life a bit easier, eh? Let's put some glue on you. I'm going to use this again because I want to make sure nothing peels up. Come on, there you come. There we go. that bit done. Probably down the middle there. You're not going to see this back piece anyway. It's going to be underneath. I didn't cut enough off, did I? Okay. Got it on my fingers. I hate getting it on my fingers. And my scissors. Let's cut a bit more off you. Glue you down. I think I'll probably have to cut the other end as well. Let's glue you down. Glue you all down. This is where I think a lot of people who can edit and do fancy things on their edit suite, but I can't do that. And I guess if I spent quite a few hours messing around, I probably could do that, but I don't know. I never seem to get the time to do that, you know, mess around and trying to work out how it's done. So I don't. I just, you know, what you see is what I do is what you see, you know. That doesn't matter. Oh, that's a nice, that should have been much simpler than that, I think, but hey. Right. There we go. That's that reinforcement. We'll glue that in there. And then we will put the books in. But first of all, I'm going to glue that in there. And then while that's gluing, let's get some pegs out for a minute. I'm going to, oh, I don't want that one, that's too big. I'm going to cut the outside piece of material to go on. So let's let you dry it. Let's get you glued in there. So if I did a hidden spine, I'd put it to this and then put it down, but we're not doing a hidden spine, so. It's very tempting for me to do one, you know, because that's what I nearly always do, but nothing like a change, is there? I might put some beads on, make it a bit different. I've got some blue beads somewhere. Oop. Shouldn't take long to stick because it's 3 in 1, but I'm just going to pop you on there and pop you on there so I can turn you over, and you're still going to glue on. Yes, perfect. Let's turn you over now and let that carry on gluing. So, hello, this is what we need now. Now, is that straight? That doesn't look very straight. I'm going to have to get my, just put you over there to dry, carry on drying. I might have to get my T-ruler out to get this dead. I know the top and the bottom is pretty straight, but that's not. So let's turn you over and go and get the straight edge here. Let's move my glue across. Are you straight? Very much almost, actually. There just seems a little dent in it here. There is a little dent in it there. I'm wondering if, will this mark it? No, that won't mark it. I'm going to have to use a biro and hope I can see it. I do have, I have a black one here. Black's not going to show, I don't think. Oh, I don't know. Let's try. This is black as well, but it might show up a bit better. Oh, just ever so slightly it shows. You probably can't see it on camera, but I can actually see it, and it makes it, I just like that edge completely straight, really, that's all. There's this kinked piece in it. I'm going to use my material scissors because this is basically material. tiniest bits off the top here. There we go. You probably couldn't see any of that on camera, I'm sorry. It was just not quite straight, so a bit wobbly. Right, length and right. I don't actually have this overhanging because it's not the sort of thing you can have overhanging. It's not the sort of material you can overhang, which is why I wanted it fairly straight. Now, the answer is, do we want some lace on before we put this top on? And I think the answer is probably yes. It probably is. I used to have some white. I've got some white pens. Good. Can I see the top? There we go. Is my top straight? Pretty much, yes. Let's do that. And that. Oh, still not straight. I'll have to cut that bit off again. But as long as we've got two straight edges, we can do the others afterwards. Right, where's my white pen, which is what I should have used in the first place. Because I want it exactly to the book. I don't want any overhanging, or I'm not doing any... Oh, come on, work. Are you not working? No, this one isn't working. Let's see if I can get one that does work. Why isn't that working? I've got another one. I wanted one for a couple of books I did with black paper, and I had to buy a set of 5, so I've got a few. Yeah, this book had black paper in it, and you know, in order for her to be able to write, this lady to be able to write, it was an order I did. It's about space, you know, it was a sci-fi one. Very difficult to do a sci-fi. Oh, I see, you don't like that stuff, do you? You don't like the thing I'm, whoops, working on. Let's just see if I can get this one to work at the end here. Nope. Well, it'll work. I know. Yeah, they've been upside down. Whoops, that was a silly thing to do. Leave them upside down, wasn't it? I can just see this line now. Whoops, get that back on the line. Get that back on the line. So I can just trim this off. I don't really want to trim it when it's on the book, because I'll probably end up cutting the paper. Right, now I think I can see the white line, which is good. Yes, I can see a white line. Can you see a white line? I can. Let's put those back in, but let's put them upside down so the ink rolls downwards. Hey, how about that? Put you all back in there. Get my lovely these scissors before that disappears. And cut down my line. It's almost like using very thick paper, but my paper scissors don't like this stuff very much, so it's going to be, these material ones are phenomenally sharp. I don't use rotary cutters, I just don't get on with them. I have tried them many times. What time is it? Oh dear, I hope to get them sewn in today. I'll do another video with me just sewing. Mind you, I've got to put the beads on the back as well. I did have just down for cover today, so whoops, get in there. There we go. I might use a piece of this for the inside pocket. We'll see. You are probably bone dry by now, so you can come off, and you can go on there. Let's make it the right way up, because it's got dragonflies and butterflies on. Oh yes, I like that. Oh no, I didn't really have room for it to bend. Oh yes, oh no, yes, it's bent. Let me just see. I forgot about it bending. Yep, I did. I should have cut it slightly bigger. I forgot about the bend in it. Let me just see if I can get this. Nope, I'm going to have to cut another one bigger. Yep, well, we're definitely not going to get it finished today then. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut one just literally how much bigger. This can be used. It won't be wasted. I'll use it on something else, but... Oh, that's a very newbie mistake, that, and I'm not even new at doing this. Yeah, I need about another... yeah, 1/2 centimetre. Right, let's see if I've got enough. Have I got enough? I just have enough. So I'm just going to quickly do this again. Sorry, guys. I'm going to cut it bigger. Ready for the pull of the straight. Well, at least I've got two straight edges. I've got 3 straight edges this time. Right, let's give it a bit more. Where's my pens? Give them a ruler. And I want a good about 1/2 centimetre more, wasn't it? Really rookie mistake that. Gosh. Like I say, I do tend to wing my covers a bit when I do them off camera. But I had in mind what I was going to do. Oh, come on. Anybody got any ideas of what to show up on black fabric? And your white pens won't show up. I have those pens you use on material, threaders they're called. But I don't think they'll show up either. Oh. There we go. Good. Let me just check the top. Yeah, let's go along here. Excuse my head, just checking that that's marking. Yes. Good job, I had enough material left. Well, we've got one pre-cut now for a journal, haven't we? Whenever we need that. But then with a start and finish, you get the mistakes as well. So, hey-ho. Easily rectified. Right. Put you there. Oh, I don't want to cut into you. You're a good size for a journal, you are. So we'll save you for another journal. And we'll keep you because I want to make the please work. Oh, yes, it does. It fits. Let's put you there. And put you, yes, it fits perfectly. Good. Let's get you the right way up. Get the book the right way up. Don't know why it matters, but yeah, that's the front, that's the back. That's why it matters. Butterfly's the right way up. Yeah, I can always trim a bit more off, can't I, once I've got it bent, but I want to get it on like this is what I want to get it on like. So, let's glue you. Oh, hang on. Let's not do that straight away. I just had a thought. So I'm engaging my brain this time. Whoops, sorry. Before going on, I had thought about doing some lace, hadn't I? Let's pop you to one side. We've just got time to probably put the lace on, and then, yes, got a couple of minutes, and then I'll put the cover on, and we'll do cover, sewing in, and beads next time. So let's get some lace. We can pop that on and let that dry first. We've used this in quite a bit of it, haven't we? And we've also used, where are my, there they are. So we've used a bit of that and a bit of this stuff as well. I think this white is going to poke out quite well. Have we got much of the white? Probably haven't got enough for both sides. We could do one with white and one with could do the front with the white and the back with the cream. Why not? Or we could do them both with this cream. Oh, I don't want that bit. I was thinking a big piece like that. That's quite nice. Yeah, we'll use this on both of them. Put you back, put you back, put you all back. We'll use this. Move you. Right, let's get you on here. Because I want you hidden underneath the cover, like that. So you're just sticking out a bit. Like that. That's how I want it. Well, as I've got my material scissors here, I'll use them. One, let's do another one the same length. Do you know, I just cannot cut straight. I need flipping guillotine to cut anything, really. Sorry, I've got a pin in my mouth. That's why I sound weird. That is why I've got a pin cushion, so I don't have to do that. I've got a friend, when I'm sewing with her, drives her nuts when I put them in my mouth. She can't bear it. Right. It's force of habit. That is going on there, like that. Let's put a little... As we got the fabric tuck out, we might as well use it, mightn't we? And I think I'd quite like cover to come out, stick out a tiny bit, just to protect the corners of the book a bit, because I don't really want to put metal edges on it. I want this for this. The advantage with this lace is also you can get it straight. Because there's a line down the middle. Let's do you. Yeah, it's just going to go a fraction over now, but I'll put this side lace on with you. Oh ho, I'm going to have to adjust my list just to get the last bit of this on. You're probably saying, oh, we've really had enough of this start to finish. Please stop. Get you straight. There we go. The front and that's the back. Oh, that looks nice. That doesn't look straight there. There we go. Yep. Yep. And that will go on top there. But I'm going to have to leave it there because we've run out. I mean, if this was the last job, then fine, I would do it. But we've got to put you know, put all the, yeah, there's a bit more to do. And then there's the pocket for the thingy, and then there's the naming it. Yeah, all that to do. There is actually quite a few more steps as it's a start to finish. A lot of this stuff you don't normally see, which is why this one is a start to finish. Is there a right and a wrong? Is there a right and a wrong? So that dragonfly is going down, and that one's going up. That butterfly's going up, but then that butterfly's going down. But I think I prefer it that way up. So we'll pop it there. There, I like that. And it will look lovely with these. It will go nicely. So there we go. We did do quite a bit because we did all these bits first, didn't we? We put all the thingies in. So sorry I didn't get it completely finished. We will finish it though. It will be done. And sorry, I was just putting stuff away. And so let me just see, what are we doing next? What are we doing next? I've got my little list here. So we can finish this then because I've got a slot here with nothing written in. Well, I don't have anything written in there. Obviously didn't know what I was doing. So we can finish it then, because next time it is the eclectic one, and then we're doing a bit of the shabby glam. So we will finish it off there. I have a list of what I'm doing when, you see, to give you a heads up. So I will finish this. It'll be finished on the end of the month, I reckon. Anyway, yeah, we will get it finished on the next one, but the next one after this is some more of the eclectic. That's nearly finished as well. Yeah, which means we will be getting some new things on the horizon. It's always fun to start I love starting something new. I nearly drank the glue then. Oh. So guys, I'm sorry this has run over a little bit. Please take care, and I will see you soon. Please tell people what I'd like to do is get 100 subscribers by the time I've done 100 videos. That's my aim. Don't know if it'll happen, but if you can ask your friends and that to subscribe, it would be lovely if I could do the double 100, you know. And we're in the 70s already when it comes to gosh, I'm a long way over. It's 1 hour 14. I am sorry. Hope you haven't fallen asleep. Take care, guys. See you soon.